the next one in December. And can you give us any more sense of how proactive or reactive the Fed is prepared to be?
But also with somewhat less restrictive but still restrictive policy.
Some of the president-elect's advisors have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to leave, would you go?
No.
And I do so with great respect for your attentiveness to the maximum.
Inflation has eased significantly over the past 2 years. Total PCE prices rose 2.1% over the 12 months ending in September, excluding the volatile food and energy categories. In the labor market, conditions remain solid. Payroll job gains have slowed from earlier in the year, averaging 104,000 per month over the past 3 months. We judged in September that it was appropriate to begin to recalibrate our policy stance to reflect this progress, and today's decision is really another step in that process. Overall, as I mentioned, we believe that with an appropriate recalibration of our policy stance, we can maintain strength in the labor market even as our policy stance enables further progress toward our inflation goal.
Great.
Clearly, geopolitical risks around the world are elevated, and just as clearly they've had relatively little effect on the U.S. economy. Now, that can change through the price of oil or otherwise, but people talk about those as, something that's on the horizon all the time. But, ultimately, if you look at the U.S. economy, its performance has been very good, and that's what we hear from business people, and expectation that that will continue. If anything, people feel next year, I've heard this from several people, that next year could even be stronger than this year. And the world went through a global inflation shock, and inflation went up everywhere, and it stays with you because the price level doesn't come back down. So what that takes is, it takes some years of real wage gains for people to feel better. And that's what we're trying to create, and I think we're well on the road to creating that. Inflation has come way down, the economy is still strong here, wages are moving up, but at a sustainable level. So it's just